Let's get serious. Habaki!
It's time to write a poem. Pick words that you think your favorite couple like something. Okay. Okay, so this is like how you pick your waifu. I'm gonna save. Nailed it. Apparently, I need to have my game files open when, the only thing that I've heard from people is that crazy shit goes down, and I need to have my game files open for when crazy shit goes down. I don't know how to get to the game files. I'll figure that out when crazy shit goes down, I guess. Okay. So I'm supposed to pick the, So I like Natsuki the best, so, like, I'm guessing, like, cute words. Poof. Poop. Flower. Oh, Zeri. Okay. Cute. Kitty. Cheer. Flying. Shit. Joy. Shit. Bouncy. Giggle. Valentine. Color. Play. Bunny. Nibble. Candy. Sweet. Jumpy. Hop. Shiny. Nailed it. Best poem TM. Hi again, Maddie. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Hey, man, you know, don't worry about it. Yeah, exactly. Might be a little strange for me, but at least I keep my word. Well, back at the literature club. I was the last one to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Maddie. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment to you, making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on. Like he deserves any slack. Derry told me that you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. Last year, too. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what, but if you don't take it seriously, you won't see the end of it. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth as unless you keep some manga collection in the club room. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature. Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops down back into her seat. Don't worry, guys. Maddie always gives it his best as long as he's having fun. Helps me find busy work without even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable. Siri, that's just because your room is messy. It's so messy, it's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once. Is that so? You two are really good friends, aren't you? Might be a little jealous. How come you and Maddie can become... How come you and Maddie can become good friends too? Sayori. Huh? As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into. Oh, Yuri even brought something for you today, you know. Wait, Sayori. Me? Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. Sayori made it sound like it's a big deal, but it's really not. What do I do? I'm sorry, Yuri, I wasn't thinking. Guess that means it's up to me to rescue the situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. So any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what. Is that so? Yeah, I won't make it a big deal if you don't want it to be. Alright. Oh, here. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so keep your attention, even if you don't usually read. And we could, you know, discuss it if you want to. This is... How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I like despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone has settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. Doesn't seem to be the case. Terry and Monica are already having cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression like she was waiting for the chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. Ugh. I hear Natsuki uttered an exasperated sigh from within the closet. She seems to be annoyed by something. I approach her in case she needs a hand. What's up? You looking for something in there? Freaking Monica. She never puts my stuff back in the right spot. What's the point in keeping your collection organized if someone else is just going to mess it up? Natsuki slides a bunch of stacked books and boxes across the shelf. Manga? You read manga, right? Sometimes. Manga is one of those things that you can't really admit that you're into until you figure out what the other person stands. How did you know anyway? I heard you ring it up at some point. Besides, it's kind of written on your face. What's that supposed to mean? I see. There's a lone volume of manga amidst a stack of various books, and on the side of one of the shelves. Curious, I pull it out of the stack. There it is. Natsuki snatches it out of my hand. She then turns to a box of manga and slips the volume right in the middle of the rest. Ah, much better. Seeing a box set and one book missing is probably the most irritating sight in the world. I know that feel. Feels bad, man. Feels bad, man. I get a closer look at the box set she's admiring. Parfait Girls. It's a series I've never heard before in my entire life. This probably means that it's either out of my demographic or it's simply terrible. If you're gonna judge, you can just go through the glass of that door. She points out to the classroom door. Okay. Hey, I wasn't judging anything. Didn't even say anything. It's the tone of your voice. But I'll tell you one thing, Maddie. What is that? What is that one thing? Consider this a lesson straight from the literature club. Don't judge a book by its cover. In fact, Natsuki pulls out the first volume of Parfait Girls in the box. I'm going to show you exactly why. She shoves the book right into my hands. Ah. Stare at the cover. Features 4 girls in colorful attire making animated feminine poses. It's exceedingly Just stand there? Whoa. Natsuki grabbed my arms and pulls me out of the closet. She then takes a seat against the wall beneath the windowsills. She pats on the ground next to her, signaling me to sit there. Okay, I guess we're sitting together. Wouldn't chairs be more comfortable? Take my seat. Chairs wouldn't work. Can't read at the same time like that. Eh? Why is that? Guess it's easier to be close together like this. Don't just say that. Yeah. This is so when you pick the poem, okay. It'll make me feel weird about it. Natsuki crosses her arms and scooches an inch away from me. Sorry. Didn't exactly expect her to be sitting this close to her either. Not that I can say it's a particularly bad thing. I open the book. It's only a few seconds before Natsuki, once again, inches closer, reclaiming the additional space, which she hopes I won't notice. I can feel her peering over my shoulder, much more eager to begin reading than I am. Wow, how long has it been since I read the beginning? You don't go back and flip through the older volumes every now and then? Not really. Maybe sometimes after I've already finished the series. Hey, are you paying attention? I am, but nothing's really happened yet, so I can talk at the same time. Looks like it's about a bunch of friends in high school. Typical slice of life affair. Kinda grew out of these since it's rare to be writing to be entertaining enough to make people make up for the lack of plot. I only come here for the plot. Only the plot. Just the plot. So, what should I expect from this? There's gonna be a plot. There's gonna be plot. Always the plot. Well, obviously. You think I would enjoy something that didn't have a plot? I mean, well, I guess you know what you're saying. A lot of the beginning is just about simple things, like there's a really funny chapter where they're obsessed with a guy in an ice cream shop. But that just helps you get to know the characters. And besides, it's still entertaining. But later on, there's all kinds of drama, like when they get into their backstories and some kind of romance begins to happen. That's really what makes it so good. There's so many touching parts. And is that so? Sounds like you really know what you're talking about. Maybe I underestimated you. Hey, wait. What's that supposed to mean? Natsuki gives me a little shove. Just meant that I haven't seen you at your full power. Good save. This chapter seems like it's about baking. That's just a guess, but is there a lot of baking in this manga? Well, Natsuki pauses for a moment as if she doesn't want to admit something. Yeah? Why does that matter? Doesn't. Just curious. Since you enjoy baking too, right? That's just a coincidence. Just happened to get into baking around the same time as I got this manga. Like I would ever get into something because it's in a manga. Feel bad for anyone who's that impressionable. Definitely not a coincidence. I guess that explains Natsuki's interest in baking. Still, all the hobbies I pick up from the manga is definitely one of the better ones. Not to mention, she's really good at it. So who am I to judge? Okay, hello. Sup? How you doing? Hanging out. We read on for a few more minutes. I've finished a couple chapters at this point. Are you sure this isn't boring for you? It's not. Even though you're just watching me read? Well, fine with that. Say so. Guess it's fun sharing something you like with something else. I always get excited when I convince any of my friends to pick up a series I enjoy. You know what I mean. Huh? Huh? You don't? That's not... Well, I wouldn't really know. What do you mean? Don't you share your manga with your friends? Could you not rub it in? Jeez. Sorry. Like I would ever get my friends to read this. I just think manga is just for kids. Can't even bring it up with them, being all like, "Yeah, you still haven't grown out of that yet?" Makes me want to punch them all in the face. Yeah, exactly. You know those kinds of people. Honestly, it takes a lot of effort to find friends who don't judge, much less friends who are into it. I'm already kind of a loser, so I guess I've gravitated towards each other losers over time. But it's probably harder for someone like you. Huh? Pretty accurate. Wait, which part? I mean, I feel like I can't even get it, even in my own room. I don't even know what my dad would do if he found this. At least it's safe here in the club room. Is your dad a dick? So Monica was kind of jerk about it. Hey, Monica, you know, maybe don't be a dick. Can't win, can I? Well, paid off in the end, didn't it? I mean, here I am, reading it. Well, it's not like that solves any of my problems. Maybe. But at least you're enjoying yourself, right? So? Jeez, that's enough. Are you gonna keep reading or what? Yeah. I flipped the page. Suddenly Natsuki starts laughing. Totally forgot what happens. Natsuki puts her finger on one of the panels. Minori is my favorite character. You always feel bad for her since she's so unlucky. But it gets especially bad when I shouldn't be talking about that yet. Just finish this chapter. Natsuki's voice sparkles with excitement. It's a stark contrast because to her usual bossy tone. But if she's not used to sharing her favorite manga with her friends, I can understand why. It's hard to express in words, the feeling you get when connecting with someone like that, and being able to provide that to Natsuki for whom it's a rare experience. Thought makes me smile a little to myself. Okay, everyone. Are you all ready with today's poems? Oh, come on. Could your timing be any worse? Sorry. I just need to make sure we have enough time. Though, you two do look pretty cozy over there. Natsuki suddenly notices how close she's gotten to me. Hastily slides herself a good 12 inches away from me. Alright. Guess I'll stop here for now. Close the book and hand it towards Natsuki. You're just giving it back? Don't you want to know what happens? Yeah, but Monica just said, don't be dumb. Just take it home with you. Is that really alright? I say that mostly because I really didn't plan on using my spare time to read this. Well, of course. It would take forever to finish if you didn't take it home. Finish that one before tomorrow so we can start the next one. And if it gets bent, I'll kill you. Okay. By tomorrow? I only got partway through the volume so far. I might fall behind on some shows if I try to get through this. Suppose it's a necessary sacrifice in exchange for seeing Natsuki's enthusiastic face. Or am I more scared of what would happen if I don't finish it? Alrighty then. Stand up. I'll return it when I put my stuff and carefully slip the book into my bag. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah. Relaxation ends. Can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. Couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find somebody to share with? I can't wait. Sarah and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sarah's one is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook because, of course, she did. can already see Monika's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuriki reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Okay. Well, since I've chosen her to be my waifu, I think I should go with Natsuki. Okay, I told Natsuki I was interested in poems yesterday. It's probably only fair if I share mine with her first. Okay. Okay, well, let's start with the things I don't like. First of all, Natsuki rereads my poem. Never mind, I don't feel like giving you my opinion. What's the point of sharing in the first place? I wrote this when I could have been done doing other things. In fact, remember how I said I wanted to read your poems? That's what I had in mind when I read this. I want to help you feel comfortable around or enough to share yours, like Monika said. Well, I've been more comfortable sharing my poem if yours was really bad. You were surprised. You were supposed to show me some dumb poem and make me go, ha, that. Well, it's not great, but let me show you what real literature looks like. Then you went and ruined it. Hope you're happy. So in other words, you're saying that you liked it. Natsuki retort gets caught in her throat. You don't understand anything, do you? I already told you that you don't have to go announcing it like to the whole world like you're all self-important. Pretty sure you never actually said that. I said that mostly to myself. Natsuki must really hate me or something. I can't figure out if it's a win or a loss that she liked my poem. In any case, you still need to show me yours, right? Yeah, fine, I guess. Only because Monika will make me if I don't. Okay. Yeah, okay. Eagles can fly. Monkeys can climb. Crickets can jump. Horses can race. Owls can seek. Cheetahs can run. Eagles can fly. People can try. But that's about it. Good. Good poem. Yeah. Told you that you weren't gonna like it. I like it. But, let's be honest. I am. Are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. These people don't even take my writing seriously. Isn't that poem your poems to be expressing themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like it when it's so easy to read. It hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do things can be really disheartening, so I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But on the other hand, it's about writing something simple and putting more weight on the wordplay. Like I set it up for a rhyme at the end, but it made it fall flat on purpose. Let's bring out the feeling in the last line. That makes sense. Like all the animals can do like all the cool things, but people can just try because they suck. It's more when I do it than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. Glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, I guess not. That was the humor of the last comment. I really don't care how old everyone is, but Natsuki is feeling proud, so I won't take that away from her. Okay, what about Sayori? Look at that face. Whoa. Oh. Oh my goodness. This is so good, Maddie. I love it. I had no idea you were such a good writer. Sayori, must be seriously overreacting. Not a good writer at all. I honestly have no idea what I'm doing. Well, maybe that's why. Because I have no idea what I like either. Okay. Jeez. Sure, Yuri's opinion has to be a little more constructive than this. Are you sure you don't like it just because I wrote it? Well, I'm sure that's part of it. I think I understand you better than a lot of people, you know. So when I read your poem, it's not just a poem. It's a Maddie poem. And that makes it feel extra special. Like, I can feel your feelings in it. Sayori hugs the sheet against her chest. You're so weird, Sayori. Really happy just that you wrote one. It just reminds me of how you really are a part of the club now. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing right for you in front of you in the club room. Yeah, well, of course. Really not into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'm gonna break my promise. See? Like you said before, Maddie. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know. Trying new things like this for other people, that's something that only real good people do. Thanks, Sayori. Not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. And again, I can't deny that she's at least part of the reason I joined. Knowing how much this means to her and all. Yeah? I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That will be my way of thanking you. Alright, I'm going to hold you to that then. Yay! Now you read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. We'll see about that. Dear Sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning makes me feel like you missed me, kissing my forehead to help me get out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever. But I'm not mad. I want breakfast. Okay. Sayori. This is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this? No? Just a little bit? You can answer with just a little bit to a yes or no question. I forgot to do it last night. Well, at least that makes me feel better about myself. Don't be mean. I still try my best. Yeah, I didn't mean to say it was a bad poem. Came out nice, or how should I put it? It sounds just like you. Really? Yeah, especially that last line. I made eggs and toast. Even though you were late to school, it's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me. That was so much fun. Monika's the best. Yeah. But next time, I won't forget. I'm gonna write the best poem ever. Well, I guess I look forward to it. Probably should show it to Monika since she's the club president next. Hi, Maddie. What's up? Having a good time so far? I mean, it's pretty good. Not gonna lie. This is pretty great. Cute anime girls talking about literature. It's great. But yeah. Good. Glad to hear it. That's great. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up. Much better off just dealing with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, Maddie. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know. But it's that sort of barrier that we can all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. Hi, Monika, my poem. I like it, Maddie. Really? A lot cuter than I expected. Aw, thanks. Oh, jeez. No. That kind of makes it special, something Natsuki would write. She's a good writer, too. Take that as a compliment. If you say so. Yep. Any chance you read anything by Shel Silverstein? I have, actually. Shel Silverstein is legit. Maybe a long time ago. Famous for telling all kinds of stories with just a few simple words. Films can be funny, endearing, or even sad. I love Shel Silverstein, it's legit. And sometimes they're only a few lines long. They might even feel like they're written for kids. But if you think about them, they can express views of the world that would apply to anybody. See, you're saying that Natsuki is kind of like that. Sort of. Maybe she's not an expert, but you probably won't find much filler in her poems. It might just be easy to write, but they're super challenging to get the meaning through. So I can see what I'd be your kind of poem to explore. Sure, I'll end up trying different things a lot. It'll take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find any style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little bit biased towards their own kinds of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way that everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. Sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. Doesn't mean I feel that way, you know? See. Well, let's read it then. Hole in wall. It couldn't have been me. See, the direction the spackle protrudes. A noisy neighbor? An angry boyfriend? I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel blind. Like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retina's already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep, stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out, and he, on the other side, was looking in. So, what do you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, it kind of sounds getting pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been pushing emphasis on the timing between words and lines. Performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say it's some kind of epiphany, really. Been influencing my poems a bit. Epiphany? Yeah, something like that. Kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming out strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. So if you try too hard to make it perfect, you'll never make any progress. It's good. Just force yourself to get something down on paper. Tidy it up later. Another way to think about this is, you keep the pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand, and go with the flow. That's my advice for the day. Thanks for listening. Hey, thanks, Monica. Appreciate it. Alright, let's talk to Yuri, shall we? Hello. What's up? Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes, more than enough for her to finish reading. Oh. Sorry. Forgot to start speaking. Fine, don't force yourself. I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. It's your first time imparting a poem, right? Yeah. Why do you ask? Just making sure. Guess that I might have been after reading through it. Wow. That bad, huh? No. Did I just raise my voice? I'm so sorry. Yuri buries her face in her hands. I couldn't help but notice that it's been several minutes and we really haven't gotten anywhere. It might take Yuri a little while to get used to new people. It's fine, I really didn't notice. What were you saying? Right, it's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. It's been very thorough that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think that the most noticeable thing is that I recognize that new writers are trying to make the style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick up writing styles separate from the topic matter. They freeform and fit the two together. The result is both the style and expressiveness weaken. Does Yuri find her train of thought? It's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something to be blamed for. There are many different styles and techniques that go into writing a specific poem. Not just finding them and building them and getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but if all things come with practice and learning by example, trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. As you can be a little biased, though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about other people like that. Sorry. It's fine. Not sure if you're apologizing yourself to me or Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamingly. It is a rare opportunity for her. Which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Oh god, you're really okay. Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing. It must be this one. The last remaining street light to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calm, breathing air of the present but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. I'm sorry, I just have terrible handwriting. It's fucking ridiculous what it is. What? I wasn't thinking about that at all. But it took you so long to read. Ah. Well, I just don't read the script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. Eh? That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. And I'm really glad you liked it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little bit more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Uh-huh. Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Maddie. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did just glance over it after all. But remember that poets often express their worlds, their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only beginning symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering to her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. Okay? It's a lot more solemn putting it that way. I hadn't even noticed, I hadn't even thought of that. It's impressive. It's nothing, really. Well, it makes you happy that they think of that. Just remember that it won't be very long before I pick up on these things too. Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I'll have to stop trying. Start trying. Counting on you. Thanks, Yuri. Whew. Guess that's everyone. Glance around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. As if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities, even if they're just being nice. There's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's not what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sarah and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes landed on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Eh? Did you just say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to her desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Thanks. There's this cute... Cute? Did you just completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. Eh? You mean you have to try hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple of suggestions. Huh? If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it, and Maddie did too. Based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me, I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. Don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless, of course, come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. Maddie liked my poem too, you know. Even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh? I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress a new member, Yuri. Hey. It's not what you were just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous, man. He appreciates my voice and he appreciated yours. Huh? And how did he know I didn't appreciate my advice more? You're that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out my way to everything I do overly cutesy. Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Maddie started showing up. Natsuki! Natsuki, that doesn't involve you. I don't like fighting, guys. Suddenly, both girls turned towards me as if they noticed what I was saying. Natty, she's just going to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate the simple writing is more effective, then it wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point of making all your poems convoluted for no reason? That means that the meaning should jump out of the reader, not force him to have to figure it out. Let me explain that to her, Maddie. Oh, wait. There's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. The only way we can convey feelings and meaning most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessary, limiting yourself, but it's also a waste. You understand that, right, Maddie? How did I get dragged out of this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing. Whoever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. Yeah. Yuri, you're really talented. Well, but Natsuki has a point. I think that, rack my brain, attempt to back myself up. I think that conveying feelings with few words would be just as impressive as well. Let the reader's imagination take over. Natsuki's poem did a really good job at that. Yeah, I did, didn't I? Haha, shows how much you know. That's not Natsuki. I think that's enough. Huh? Me? But she was so mean to me. Natsuki's voice whines. Look, what we talked about yesterday was right. Writing is a really personal thing. Sharing it can definitely be hard. It looks like we learned that today. Even small criticism can lead to something pretty heated. I glance over my shuttle. Sayori is nodding vigorously. Yeah, so you don't need to feel threatened. You're a great writer, Natsuki. Huh? Natsuki's voice suddenly gets caught in surprise. Thanks for noticing. She finally mutters that, barely audible. Yuri? Huh? Yuri looks at me dejectedly. Hey man, with a face like that, I can't help but feel bad for her as well. I'm sure that Natsuki didn't mean anything she said. So you don't need to feel threatened either. Well, you say so. Hey. Not like you needed apologies for me, Maddie. Sheesh. Natsuki takes a breath. The thing about, Natsuki glances around the room. Would everyone stop staring at me? Unsurprisingly, Natsuki has a harder time with it than she boasted. Sayori and Monica look away. Anyway, think about your boobs. I didn't mean it, okay? That's all. Natsuki looks away, avoiding eye contact with anyone. Yeah, you're naturally beautiful, Yuri. Sayori. I'll go make some tea. This is good. This is good, eh? I was just trying to help. I'm sure she appreciated it, Sayori. Pat Sayori on the shoulder. Well, now that we're past that, everyone's read each other's poems, right? That was weird. Hope that it was worthwhile for everyone, especially for you, Maddie. It was great, fam. And to be honest, it's a nice change of pace from the lazing around we get to do. So joining the club was responsible for ruining the atmosphere. No, not at all. Whoa, that was weird. My mic did something weird there. Okay, there's still time before we go home, so we'll all relax there for a bit. Of course, besides chatting, we do literature-related things at the club room. So maybe you can take the chance to pick up a book or do some writing. After all, that's what the club is for. Disagree, Monica. Hey, about what? It's not the most important thing about the literature club. Most important thing is having fun. Of course. Well, I guess that's why you're vice president, Sayori. Yeah, not president. Monica over here. President. Number one. Number one. In the end, though, Monica's right. Being in the literature club probably means I can't spend all my time doing nothing. But in the end, I guess it's been worth it so far. Okay, everyone. It's just about time for us to leave. How did you feel about sharing poems? It was a lot of fun. Well, I'd say it was worth it. It was alright, well, mostly. Maddie, how about you? Yeah, I'd say the same. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone. Awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. Maybe you learn something about your friends too. So your poems will turn out even better. I think to myself, I did learn a little bit more about the kinds of poems everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can do a better job impressing those I want to impress. I nodded myself with newfound determination. Maddie, ready to walk home? Sure, let's go. Sayori beams at me. It really has been a while since Sayori and I have spent as much time together. I really can't say I'm not enjoying it either. Sayori, is that what happened earlier? Eh? What do you mean? You know, between Yuri and Natsuki. Does that kind of thing happen often? No. It's really the first time I've seen them fight like that. Oh, they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you? No, I don't hate them. Well, your opinion, that's all. Do I make good friends with you? Phew. You know, Maddie, it's nice that you get to spend time with you in the club. But I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. I think everyone really likes you too. That's... Every day is going to be so much fun. Sigh. Looks like Sayori still hasn't gotten the kind of situation I'm in. Still being friends with everyone is nice, but... does it really need to stop there? I don't know. Much love to see what the future holds, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. I said that more to myself than to her, but it's easy to use Sayori as an intentional monologue sometimes. Okay, yeah, let's do this. Alright?